first and foremost in the space of the breath and the body. Those are two of my favorite resources, and we're going to be talking about what are our resources today, and do a little experiment with diving just momentarily in a microdose into something that has some discomfort in it, and then practicing coming back again. Okay, so again, I invite you to take a comfy seat, or if you'd like to be standing, you can also do this in bed. Oh, and maybe make a sound on the exhalation, which allows the nervous system to settle. And if you'd like, you can keep eyes open, or you can let them close. I'm going to close mine for a moment. And I invite you to call up 3 things, or more, but at least 3 things that you really love. Things you love doing, things you love seeing, things you love tasting, things you love hearing, things you love knowing. And I'm going to open my eyes and look at you again. So for me, for example, today, the snow is falling. And that just makes me feel good because I love to do winter sports. I love the sound of the cello, which is a good thing because my husband is right here in the house playing cello. What do you love to hear? Is there a kind of music or a sound in nature, a sound that people make or a loved one might make that you love, or a sound that you make that you might love? A sight, a place. Now, these are resources that are just easy to contact. For me, I love just going inward, having a quiet moment with myself and tuning into my breath. I have other supports that are easily accessible. I have a warm home. I have a reliable car. I have a partner who I can count on to do the shopping and think about dinner. Perhaps there's a friend in your life or a therapist. So call up at least 3 things or more, and then give yourself a moment to simply feel those things. And notice what happens in the body as you do, and in the breath. And in the face and the muscles of the face, just noticing. And if it feels hard to call up resources, I get it. Sometimes it can feel hard. We can be in a space where that's hard to reach, hard to make contact with. And so just deep, deep loving respect if that's the case for you right now. And if that is the case for you right now, let's all do this together. Let's just give ourselves a gentle little hug with hands on upper arms. Just like so. Yeah. Give yourself a gentle hug. It's a resource too that's available to you anytime, anywhere. All right, and I'm going to invite you to call up something or someone or an experience that you had that on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of discomfort is below 5. This could be something that happened today, something that happened this past week, or some other time. And I'm going to join you in trying to call something up. Now, it's our tendency to want to go to the hardest thing. And that's a part of how our nervous system is wired. And so I'm going to invite you to notice that, that propensity, and say, I see you. And for right now, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to take something that doesn't have a ton of emotional charge for us, but that was just not totally comfortable. Didn't feel totally good. Okay. If you've got something in mind, notice what that feels like in terms of discomfort. And if it starts to feel like too much, just come back. You can bring the arms back and give yourself a little hug. Bring yourself back to some of those resources that you called up, remembering. For me, I could just look out the window and see this great snow flying. Yeah. Yeah, and then we're going to toggle back and forth. So go back to the experience that had a below 5 emotional charge or discomfort in it. It was manageable, but just didn't like it. Yeah, let yourself kind of feel that in any way, or even just imagine it. You might notice, like, if there was some constriction in different parts of the body. Like for me, there's just a little gentle tightening in the belly and a little tensing here in the heart area. And now I'm going to come back and I'm going to look out here at the snow falling. And I'm going to let myself feel that again, how much I love the snow falling and the possibility of getting out in the snow later today, for example, or tuning into maybe the sound of the cello in my environment, or giving myself this nice hug, or remembering any of the resources that we called up. And this is how we want to work with things that feel uncomfortable. We don't want to go right to the hardest thing, right? When we work with ourselves, we want to begin by getting ourselves resourced and then taking a toe dip or a finger dip into something that has a level of discomfort that's manageable when we're with just ourselves. And then we come back and we get resourced again. And then when you go back the next time and you go back to that experience, just notice if some of the charge around it has lessened. You know, is there a little bit less tension, a little bit less holding, a little bit less desire to push away, or whatever that is that comes in. Yeah. And that may be available for you the next time something like that occurs, for example. You will have perhaps done a little bit of this letting a tiny bit of the darkness into your light and moved some energy around so that the next time it may feel even more manageable and less uncomfortable. Okay, so that's a little gift for you today, and I hope that you enjoyed that. And feel free to watch this video again and again, or if you feel like you got it, just practice a couple times later today or through the week and just see what happens. Be curious. All right. Thanks for being here. Take such good care. Much love.